Hello again and welcome to Spotlight. I'm Albernov and today we're going to talk about the most successful Russian pop group ever. Our guests today are Lena Katina and Julia Volkova, known together as Tattoo.
In early 2000, two 15-year-old Russian girls became famous for kissing on stage. They caused a media frenzy from the very start of their careers and have yet to shake off the lesbian image which launched them worldwide. They were accused by the press of acting in a controversial and provocative manner. Two concerts were cancelled in Britain and they were also banned from shooting a video in Tokyo.
10 years we met in children band in Moscow, and we never pretend to be lesbian. We just love each other. We like a family. We like a sister. We like best friends. We're really close to each other.
They became the first Russian group to enjoy global success with a #1 hit in countries including the UK, Germany and New Zealand. With the motto "Not Gonna Get Us", Tattoo also entered the Eurovision Song Contest and were favorites to win, but they were beaten by Turkey and Belgium. Soon afterwards, the provocative pop duo disappeared. Newspapers printed numerous rumors. But Tattoo are back. This time they say they want to raise awareness of violence against women. Their latest video includes a rape scene which is bound to cause even more controversy. Is this the only way they can promote themselves worldwide? Well, these two young women are adamant they're trying to get a serious message across through their music.
In 2001, Universal Music Russia signed a ban which critics, music journalists and record companies described as the most outrageous and scandalous act to come out of Russia. Tattoo fell into the business by accident and instantly became national heroes. In November 2000, they released their first music video on MTV Russia. Despite, or even because of its controversial content, MTV was brave enough to put it on air, and Tattoo took Russia by storm. I've Lost My Mind was their first release and had an incredibly long shelf life for a debut single. Viewers were initially shocked to see the two kissing in the video, but soon after, many realized that there was much more than lesbian appeal to the track. Of course, they're the lyrics, but more important is the message behind the music. The duo achieved maximum coverage, something that often takes years to achieve on the music scene. Their second video, released at the same time as their album, is called They're Not Gonna Get Us, and has already proved that Tattoo isn't a one-hit wonder.
They say they don't trust you, me, we, us, so we'll.
Hello girls, thank you for being on the show. Well, you've just released a new album and we just saw a single from this album. Do you think you're continuing to do what you used to do when you were younger, or it's a new page in your career, as some people put it?
I think everything is new for our life because long time we don't have work. We just relax. We broke up with our old producer Ivan, and I was pregnant and Lena studying, and then we are together. We're doing a new album and we have 2 new videos, and I think it's a new step.
So
in our life.
the reason why the world didn't see you for such a long time
Yep.
is that you were studying in the university and you were pregnant
Yep.
and having a baby.
Continuing to study in university, and Julia was waiting for the baby, so we shouldn't work that time. And of course, we were working on our second album, and it's very, very hard and long work. So we were living in Los Angeles for half a year, and that half a year, and plus the other half a year, so it was a year.
And now you're back in business.
Yes,
Are you happy?
we're always
We're in
happy.
business, Lena. Now too.
Well, it's different working in America with American producers. I know that Universal Studios has the rights for
Interscope
for you, yeah?
Records.
Well, is it different working for them than when you work in Russia with Shapovalov?
I think everybody different, and different Ivan, different company. And Ivan, for us, were our producer. Like, he do everything for us. And this is our record company who just sell our album, and it's our ideas. It's our idea for video, for songs, for everything.
Creative
Yeah.
process and all that.
Now we do like ourselves. What
So
we
you, so you mean you take part in the creative process?
We are creative persons.
What do? You write songs, you write
everything.
lyrics?
No, right. We have a big group who help us, like our manager, our PR manager, our director, and we pick up song, we just listen, and but our idea for our project now, like idea for stage, for like our costumes, for our,
Looks like, shows, and how it should be, sounds like, and we're sound producers of our vocals in this
Russian
album.
album, yeah.
And you do it yourself. I mean, it's your decisions.
Yep.
Well, this is strange that they let you do it all yourself, because you're supposed to be a pop product, and there are people who know better than you how you must look like, how you must sound like, what you must say.
We are taking the advices, but we decide ourselves what to do and what to say.
Okay, from the minute they hit the music scene, the Russian pop duo Tattoo caused a stir with their explicit sexual image. But they say that now they want to get a different message across, as Natalia Khokhlova reports. Is it true that you're through with your old image that made you famous once? The two girls in red skirts and playing as if they were lesbians.
So we now pretend we're lesbians. We just love each other, and
Well, you said that 100 times, but still,
No, we don't-
all you did on stage, all
we
you
just
did
love
in
each other.
videos.
We're real close to each other. We're
Yeah, I
like
know.
friends, like a family. But everybody can laugh. But don't give a shit who. Boy, girl, it's like...
Well, okay, but you said that 100 times in your interviews, but still, the image, the videos, how you behaved on stage, it was sexually very explicit, and you wanted people to think that there was something strange about your sexuality. And this was one of the reasons of why you became very popular, and why you were always...
It was a bad times for gay culture, for gay community. So
in Russia.
Not only in Russia. Lots of people were afraid to show what they are and to show their feelings. So we decided just to help them, because we have lots of friends from gay community, different lesbians or gay guys. It's normal, and they're really good personalities. So the main thing is just to be a person, just to be a good person. And that's why we just decided to help them, because lots of people...
Change the image, yeah?
Yeah, lots of people just still calling us and saying, girls, thank you very much. You helped us a lot.
You started, you became famous when you were
We just started to show.
15. You
Yeah.
were 15. How come you got lots of friends from the gay community when you were just 15? Where did you get them?
Everywhere. Clubs,
Everywhere.
school, streets, company. Just people where we were there.
And now the image is gone. Well, but are you a little bit sad that your old red skirts?
What kind of image?
Well, I mean the image that you borrowed from Show Me Love, from that Swedish film.
No, we were schoolgirls that time. Now we're not. So the image is gone because we were gone from the school.
Was it Mr. Shapovalov, Ivan, your former producer, who decided to make you look like those two girls from the film by Lukas Moodysson? I mean, this Swedish film that was very, very famous. You looked like them, you dressed like them, you acted like them, you even said some things that were quotes from the movie. Was it his idea?
We never said some things from the movie. We just saw this movie, and we decided that it's really great when girls in school, for example, they want to love, but they couldn't just show that. So that was the that kind of image, and it was not really image because, as I already said, we were at school that
When
time.
you began 5 years ago, were you creative or were you just a product of Russian show business?
Most part of creative process were done by Ivan, but every decision we were making all together. So we were just working all together.
But did you feel yourself? Did you feel yourself as a product, or as somebody who was actually doing something on stage?
Somebody who was actually doing, and lots of things were done by us.
Julia, but I remember you once said when you were in the middle of the quarrel with Ivan that Shapovalov treated you like furniture. Was that true? Like you were nothing, like you were just, well, instruments, furniture.
Furniture.
Well, like, yeah. No?
Ivan?
Yeah.
No.
No, he didn't. So he did treat you as human beings?
She was just
I
very
like
angry.
Ivan, and I meet with him.
Still?
Yes, because I call him and he call me, and like we're like friends, and I like him, but we didn't work together now, and we want to go straight ahead and to do ourselves. More our emotion in our career, our ideas, our creatives.
Okay, thank you. That's Tattoo speaking on Spotlight. We'll be back shortly after the news in brief on Russia Today, so stay right there.
Hello again.
One more time.
Welcome back to the show, yeah. Girls, is it true that you don't like the Russian public? Well, actually, that's what they said after you
Public,
were... Yeah.
like our fans.
After you were on one of the shows, and they said you, like, were pretty arrogant towards the Russian
No,
public.
we like everybody, and our fans is our first part in our life, in our career, because they love us, and we want to do everything for them. We give our emotion them, we give our life them. And we like Russian fans a lot because we're in Russian, yeah, and they really free, they
They're
always screaming, I don't know.
When you say we're Russians, but as far as I understand, you spend about a couple of weeks a year only in Russia. Is that true?
More.
Do you still feel yourself Russian?
First of all, we're Russian.
Russian, it's our home. Here's our parents, my baby, and our friends in our country. And we go around here a lot. We live in LA half a year. We go around Europe now before 3 or 4 months from a tour. But we always
Come
call
back
our
at
parents
home.
and like miss, yeah, and wow, we want to come back to Moscow.
But don't you feel yourself as becoming a sort of an international product?
Maybe we are international product, but we are not international people.
Is it hard being Russian and trying to
I'm
become an
international
international?
project.
Is it hard? I mean, is it hard to stay Russian while you live and work and make money
No,
abroad?
it's not.
No.
We were born like that.
So it doesn't get into the way of your business, no?
What?
I think it's
Well, being Russian, having Russian habits, well, having the Russian toska, you know?
it's the most important part in our career that we are Russian.
Do you get nostalgic
Nostalgic.
when you're
For
abroad?
what?
For Russia,
when
for
we are
Russian
on the road.
winter, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes, of course, I like winter.
especially Moscow winter.
Okay, my producer told me that today you came to our studios in 2 limousines. Is that right?
Limousines?
Well, big cars.
Big cars, yeah, big
Yeah.
Not
cars.
limousines,
Well,
but big cars.
one is not enough. Why do you need?
Jeep.
Why do you need 2?
Because we're
Is it an image thing?
no, we're just coming from different places.
Ah, so this is that usually?
This is our driver.
Yeah. Is it usually that way? So you get together only for gigs and for interviews, and you like live different lives.
We are living different lives, but
Yeah,
we still
because-
communicate.
In Moscow,
All
we're
the
meeting,
time.
and I go to Lena's flat, and Lena go to my flat, and we always speak on the phone.
Yeah, we just have different.
Friends, different. And I think
companies.
we must a little bit relax.
What's your favorite city in the world?
Moscow.
And for you, Julia?
Moscow, LA, and New York.
Moscow, Los Angeles,
And
New York.
Japan,
And
Tokyo.
you like Tokyo. And what about Europe? You don't like Europe?
London.
You like London?
I like everybody and everything, and I think maybe later I want to move
Where?
LA
To LA?
and then go to London, and I want to live everywhere. For me, it's just interesting because different people and different situation, different life.
Let's talk about the Eurovision Song Contest. When you were on the peak
my
of your
God.
popularity a couple of years ago, you were one of the most popular groups in the world. Actually, literally, you hit the British charts, the American charts, all over Europe. You went to the Eurovision and you lost. Why? Many people said is because they don't want Russia to win.
Okay, I
Is that
tell
true?
you this story. When we first time I hear about Eurovision, we just think long time, go or not go. Because Eurovision is not for already artists. It's for people who start to be like artists, you know.
Beginners.
Yeah, and we just say no. But a lot of people from First Channel in Moscow and lots of people who in show business, you know,
produce,
yeah. He goes to our office and tell girls, please, girls, we just want one who can to be first. We must go, and we say okay, we go. But for us don't care about Eurovision because for me and for Lena it's interesting because if we were first, it's not interesting because we know we're first in the world, and I think it will be funny when we the last and like zero because we don't care.
But do you think it really went political? Because you said you know you were the
Lots
best.
of people tell us, girl, maybe you buy first, you know, buy, give money, yeah. But we don't want. We go and we don't give a shit about third, fourth, five, как будет места?
26 places.
Places, yeah. They don't care because we know we are first.
Do you think it's possible to buy the first place in Eurovision?
Everything is possible
Yeah.
I
right
think so.
now.
Give money in Moscow, it's not problem.
No, not in Moscow. I mean abroad, because the Eurovision contest, it's an all-European event. And are you sure it's possible to buy places there?
I don't care.
We can, but we don't want.
You mean you have enough money?
We have, of course.
Yeah. I want to ask Lena, who is studying at the university. I know that you missed a couple of years, then you went back. You're still at university.
1 year.
1 year, yeah. What's your specialty? What's your major?
Psychology.
You're studying psychology. And is it because Ivan Shapovalov was a psychologist and you wanted to go like this?
Of course, no.
No.
No. Not
What
at
kind of
all.
psychology do you study?
Right now in general, but right now I have a diploma work, you know. I'm on the 5th course, so very last year. So I'm writing the diploma work about family psychology.
Family psychology. And do you want to work as a
No.
psychologist? You just want to get the diploma and have the knowledge?
I want to get the diploma. I want to have knowledge, and it's just interesting for me to study. I like to study.
And you
I
want
like
to
to
have
read.
you want to have a family.
I want to have family.
When are you planning to have a family?
I couldn't plan that. I
don't
already
plan
have a family. I just
Well, you
don't
mean your
have
parents?
babies.
Well,
No, I mean,
your boyfriend?
yeah.
And I remember you said once that if you have a baby, you'll quit the stage. Is that true?
I think that I will give myself to my children.
So what about Julia? You think she's bad that she didn't quit?
No,
until
I
she
don't
had a
think so
baby?
because it's different person, different life. And I think that in Julia's situation, she's absolutely right.
Why?
Because I think so. I think it's too private right now to speak about that.
Well, but as far as I know, Julia mentioned it that she sees her daughter about 2-3 weeks a year.
2-3 weeks a year. I think it's a little bit more, but I think her daughter still knows that she's her mom and she loves her very much. And we have all the time pictures and different on camera, like things to see, to look.
Girls, you met a lot of the rich and famous, like Premier Koizumi, British Prince Charles, lots of people. Who's your favorite among those rich and famous that you met?
My favorite is my best friend because I don't care about who are those people.
Yeah,
We
rich
are
and
good
money,
people.
it's last.
Last thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So say when you come to meet like presidents and kings and
We
the
don't
people,
care
you
about
don't
titles.
care? Really?
Yeah.
So you did like
First
them?
of all, for us inside.
If they're
person.
good persons, we like them, and we don't care who are they and how much money they have.
Okay, well, last question, probably because we're running out of time, and I still want to know, what are you planning to do when you quit show business? And as far as I understand, you're going to have a baby, and that's going to be pretty soon. You will.
Actually, now we don't want to stop our career. We go straight ahead, and then maybe later we think about it. Not now.
Well, but you do have some plans, or not? Or you just
Now we
float
have
along?
plans, promo tour, lots of concert, new albums.
We want to do a new show for our second album, and right now, Korea for us on first place.
We don't want to stop it.
Okay, thank you very much, girls.
Thank
and
you.
that was Tattoo talking with us on Spotlight. That's it for today from all of us here. We'll be back tomorrow with more first-hand comments on what's going on in and outside Russia. Until then, stay on Russia Today and take care.